What is the worst movie you've ever seen? No, I'm not talking about Transformers 2 or Grown Ups 2. I mean a movie so bad, so fundamentally broken, that it leaves a pit in your stomach or makes you feel frustrated and angry beyond any reasonable measure. This is a question I've been asking myself for a while, and I think it's about time to do something about it. So I've pulled up the list of the bottom 100 lowest rated movies on IMDb, and I'm going through them one by one to find the worst movie ever. Welcome to the search for the worst. The House of the Dead is the worst thing in the history of anything ever. I'd heard a lot about this director, Uwe Boll, who is infamous for making horrible, terrible video game movie tie-ins, which pretty much single-handedly destroyed any hope or chance of ever getting a good one. And if House of the Dead is any indication of the quality of his other movies, then I'm sure they're all fantastic works of art. And by works of art, I mean complete and utter garbage. And considering Uwe Boll is the type of man who challenges critics who don't like his movies to fight him in a boxing match, I'm pretty sure you can guess what type of movie this is going to be. When the film started, I noticed some poor sod with the name Max Wanko. I bet he got bullied when he was a kid. This is usually the part where I take you through what happens in the movie. Thing is, nothing interesting or noteworthy goes down during the entire running time. It's not one of those interesting bad movies either. It just sort of happens, then ends. You have no idea where the last hour and a half went. I know the House of the Dead on-rails shooter is filled with a super interesting story and tons of lore and characters to take from, but this movie ends up being another one of those, a bunch of unlikable cunty bro yanks go to an island and get slaughtered by a thing. I know this movie was only made possible by the immoral exploitation of the German government, by any loss of profits being forwarded as a tax write-off, but at the end of all of it, I still can't understand if Uwe Boll is just shit at directing, or if he just doesn't care. Fuck it, let me just try to explain what happens. These shitheads miss their boat or something so they can't get to Party Island. We find this out through one of the worst bits of narration I've ever heard.
Greg's the guy I played ball with in college. A good guy, if not a little goofy.
We see shots of the rave that they're trying to get to. For some reason they have a Sega sign hanging up on their stage thing. It's either because they all love Sonic the Hedgehog a lot, or because Sega produced the House of the Dead video game. One of the two. So the shitheads find some weird boat with a couple of weird dudes on it, and try to bribe them to take them to the murder zombie party island. Then the badass captain stabs his knife into the ship to look intimidating, but it's shot so badly that you can barely tell what's going on. Despite this movie having an estimated budget of $7 million, which is only $1 million less than 28 Days Later, 7 times more than the budget of Saw, and 116 times the budget of the Blair Witch Project. The movie looks as cheap as the shitty home videos I used to make when I was fucking 15. Does Boll not understand that you don't just have to point the camera at a thing, have the thing say its lines, then cut to another thing? You can be just a little bit more creative. Every single shot is so flat and boring that it's hard to not fall asleep. Or at least daydream about the 70 million flump marshmallows this movie's budget could have paid for instead. Every single scene feels like filler. Nothing is necessary or important for events that happen later. No one has any character. And there isn't even any cool action or violence. Take this scene for example. They are traveling over to the zombie party island on the boat. Then this guy throws up on girl. Was that supposed to be funny? Was this important to something? Why?
Why? They always ask why.
We randomly cut to this random-ass couple who are randomly on the beach away from the random party. While the lady is swimming, the dude falls asleep while lying on the beach. But then he vanishes. And then the lady winds up in a creepy graveyard while looking for him. Why is there a graveyard on Party Zombie Island? Anyway, she decides to go inside a creepy House of the Dead and finds the dude, who has a zombie push his hand through his chest. Now on paper, how cool and violent does that sound? It's a shame it was shot in a totally flat, boring angle, with absolutely no tension or terror to it. Wait, what the fuck was that? No, really, go back, what was that? Is that footage of the video game? The House of the Dead, awkwardly shoved in as a transition to the next scene? Are you wibbly-wobbly kidding me? That's my new catchphrase, by the way. They keep cutting to these helicopter shots of a police boat driving around. I guess because the shitheads on the other boat are doing something naughty. Or something. They finally get to Party Zombie Island, and to establish that one of the ladies' shitheads is smart, she bumbles the word cartographer into everyday conversation.
Well, you're obviously no cartographer.
What?
Yeah, this woman clearly knows what a cartographer is. There is no way she just read it in the script and said it.
What?
I didn't realise that saying one big word makes you fucking Einstein in Uwe Boll world. Cryptographer. There, look, now I'm a genius who also happens to be an expert on codes and ciphers.
What?
I guess I'm super smart, everybody. Look at me. This is absolutely unreal. What do you think some random 65-year-old man who accidentally stumbled into this movie when it was in theaters would think of this shit?
Wait, what? What's with these low-poly zombies all the time? What?
Seems like a storm's coming up.
Maybe so.
Wait, let me just lick my finger and do that as well. Yep, maybe this is a complete and utter waste of everyone's time and energy. The shitheads get to where the rave is, but everyone has clearly been murdered by zombies or run away in fear. One of them even finds a blood-soaked shirt, but none of them seem to care. So they start drinking because they're a bunch of dumb, shithead frat boy fucktards who I don't care about.
Island where the rave of the year is supposed to be happening, but is completely deserted.
Yeah, it worries me. It worries me they don't have any mixers. Simon cannot survive on butt alone. Speak for yourself, dude.
Whoa, did you notice that screen wipe? What is this, fucking Star Wars? I hate this movie. Dude guy runs off because he needs a wee-wee.
I just gotta go and take a piss is all.
And the woman gets killed off camera or something.
Looks like it was built a millennia ago.
Simon, it's centuries.
Right, well, that's what I meant.
So this woman character is established as a genius by making everyone around her a stupid fucking moron. Why am I not writing movies? We finally get a tease of some hooded zombie dude, and it's not interesting or scary in the slightest. They go inside the House of the Dead and find a bunch of people from the party who didn't die. One of them conveniently has a video camera who shows them footage of everyone being murdered by zombies. They come across a porta potty that has fallen over, and then the guy who went to go do a wee-wee comes out and is covered in shit. Now that's what I call funny. Then in a dramatic turn of super interesting and surprising events, the girl we thought died comes back with a little bit of red on her and breaks some guy's neck whose name or character we don't even know. Then the policewoman they kind of set up and mentioned earlier magics her way into the scene and shoots her in the head, saving everyone.
Anyone have a cell phone?
Yeah, we already tried. It's not working. There's some sort of interference.
Do you have a cell phone?
It's not working, there's some kind of interference. Then why did you even bring it up and make us question it? Wait, since when could zombies swim like sentient humans who have control over their bodies? Oh wait, I'm watching House of the Dead. I don't care. Well, at least this guy's kind of a badass. Shame the music has to clash so hard and be fucking terrible.
I can't believe Cynthia's dead.
Took you long enough to react to it. It's been like 5 minutes. Or are you so incapable of emotion that you have to hide your face a little bit with your hand and look downwards to hide your shame for being in this movie? They decided it might be a good idea to cross a creepy little bridge above some grimy zombie water, because there's absolutely no way in hell that... Oh, there they are. Well, that's an oddly placed nail for him to conveniently fall on. Fun fact! The only reason he falls on this nail is because the actor got a horrible burn on the second day of shooting. So they retroactively added this scene in to explain why he's wearing a bandage later. It's funny that they assumed people would care. They desperately scramble to get back to the boat to escape Zombie Party Island, while being chased in a completely unexciting, badly shot sequence. Too bad the ship is infested with zombies. So a couple of them decide to try swimming around or something, and the zombies fumble around trying to kill them. Oh, thank God, the badass cool guy is still alive. He's about the only thing keeping me awake right now. Hey, dude, do you think you could just snipe these shithead frat boys while you're at it and call it a day?
What do you think I'm trying to do, you fucking moron?
Oh, come on. Why did he, of all people, have to get bitten? Well, I guess this means I'm going to sleep. Good night. A zombie sprays acid in someone's face. Because they can do that now.
Rudy, give me a break. These are zombies, pure and simple. The sooner we accept it and deal with it, the better chance we have of getting out of here alive.
You realize this doesn't explain away the fact that these things exist, right? It now actually makes us question it and expect some kind of reasoning. There's a totally boring flashback where it's implied that some crazy Spanish guy invented the zombies while working on a crazy experiment. Okay, cool. The guy covered in shit dies. Okay, cool.
Can't go anywhere now, it's too far. Besides, we don't know what's still in that boat.
What about that house?
Why? Is it because this movie has house in the title? Oh yeah. Suddenly they all gear up and it's finally super exciting and well shot. I'm kidding, it's super fucking boring. Good job hiding the fucking dolly tracks, you piece of shit. Do you even care? So for the next 7 or 8 minutes, there's a painfully dull, elongated action sequence that for no reason at all rips off The Matrix. Because because I guess in 2003 it was still relevant. The last one was out, wasn't it? I have never been more bored in an action sequence before, because I don't understand what this movie wants me to feel. Am I supposed to think this is cool? Because the only cool thing is the badass old ship captain. And that's probably me just imagining a cool backstory or something for him. There are 26 unnecessary shots of the video game in this sequence. It really adds to it, and I can understand why they decided to have it in this movie. At last they decide to escape into the house, but not before the Asian girl in the cheesy American suit thing, whose name is Liberty, by the way.
Liberty's right. They gotta be some kind of mutation.
First fuck you movie for doing that. But then she dies. And this guy, who I think's supposed to be the main character despite being introduced 30 minutes into the movie, has a flashback to the fight scene that literally just happened. I wonder if this is to pad the running time. The really well-developed and interesting police character gets her legs chopped off by zombies holding axes. Okay, cool. The badass old dude gets his leg bitten a whole bunch. So I guess in this universe you don't turn into a zombie when you're bitten? No, but wait, that blonde shithead from earlier turned into one. Wait. I don't care.
The fucking elephant, man. Even if we get out of here unfinished, who's gonna be able to look me in the eyes with a face like this?
Oh, fuck off. You're still clearly a super attractive model, except now you have a badass zombie puke burn scar. My hangnail is more entertaining than this movie.
Guys, check out this book.
Hey everyone, let's check out this book because it says so in the script.
And according to the officer's logs, it says that Castillo Sermano killed the captain, then beached the ship and lit it on fire.
Oh, so the stories that Kirk told us make sense now.
Thanks for telling us what to think, movie. I really needed that, because I'm dumb.
Oh, so the stories that Kirk told us make sense now.
They come across the lab the Spanish dude experimented in.
It's blood.
Is blood?
Yeah, but it's not human though. It's like it's been mutated.
What does that even mean? Meanwhile, the badass dude opens the badass door and badass lights a stick of dynamite with his badass cigar, then badassedly explodes himself. I'm never going to say that word again. So now my attention span for this movie just dropped from a 34% to a 6.3%. Let me just bullet point the next few scenes because it's that uninteresting. They find a fish tank that has a giant sperm creature in it with a little monster face, and they shoot it, and the juice that comes out makes a bunch of zombies. Wait, that's actually kind of interesting. Can we go back? They come across a room that has a convenient amount of gunpowder in it. The Elephant Man gets pathetically grabbed and shoots the gunpowder, blowing the entire house to smithereens. A pirate zombie appears and helps out the remaining... Wait, what? A pirate zombie? That suddenly got interesting. Oh, okay, it's not a pirate zombie. It's the shit-covered guy from earlier. Oh wait, no, it's a zombie that pretended to be a pirate who was actually wearing the skin of the guy who was covered in shit. What is happening right now?
You created it all so you could be immortal. Why?
You realize what he just replied with is what he asked in the question. He pretty much just said, "Why did you make it so you can live forever?" Well, so I can live forever. Fuck off, movie. Things happen, and it's all topped off by a really cool sword fight where I totally didn't fall asleep and not pay attention. Girl gets stabbed in between her balloons. You think she dies. Then they defeat the baddie happily ever after because a helicopter comes down and saves them.
What's your name? Rudolph? You got a last name? Curian.
So I guess that's supposed to be a cool name reveal from someone in the game? Well, guess what, movie? I don't care, and I hate you, and I think you suck. I really like movies. I like how people put time, talent, and effort into them. I don't like it when they're the movie equivalent of a shitty, unwiped asshole. This style of filmmaking is so cynical and lazy, so reductive to what makes the medium so great, that in the end, just the idea of this movie alone offends me. So I guess it's kind of a shame that nothing in the movie itself is really bad enough to get offended by, though. Look, don't get me wrong. The Picture is a horrible farce parading as a legit movie. But I say this all the time, a boring movie is worse than an unintentionally bad movie. Nothing interesting happens. Everything is cliche and been done hundreds of times before. It's so forgettable that I've actually forgotten what I'm talking about right now. No, really, what am I talking about? This movie is so lifeless, so devoid of personality or charm that it's nothing more to me than another worthless product that will waste away in a bargain bin in a gas station somewhere. I would rather be offended by a movie than this. At least that would be something. This shit is the movie version of a ham sandwich with nothing else in it. Just butter and white bread. It's the mentality of, well, we have a name that people recognize. Let's point a camera at some models and make them say words, and the rest will pay for itself. There is no excuse for this movie. With the budget it had, something creative or cool could have been done, but that would require creative energy or effort, both of which Uwe Boll are clearly lacking. And up next in the search for the worst is... Oh man, oh shit, this is bad. I've never actually seen it before either.
Well, how bad could it be?
House of the Dead. Well, at least I can say that I've seen an Uwe Boll movie now, at least. I have to say, I was expecting something just a little bit more terrible than what we got. Not to say that anything about it was good, but you know what I mean. So anyway, what did you think? Does the movie look horrible to you? Have you seen it yourself before? Did you like or dislike the video? Tell me in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. All comments and ratings are very much appreciated. And make sure you check out some of my other videos and the Search for the Worst playlist for more. I'll see you next time. Bye!